I really like your hat too.
Thanks.
Where
Tarjay.
What?
Yeah. I've been waiting for all semester to pull this fit out.
Really?
No.
Oh, it's so good when you finally have like an event where you're like, hey, yes, I can use this.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Sarah Haynes, and this is Who Is She? Today, we're here with Naya. Naya, say hi.
I'm Naya.
Alright, so let's get into it. Naya, who are you?
I guess I could start just by saying like where I'm from and
Yeah.
like that. So I'm originally from Jacksonville, North Carolina, but my dad was in the military, so we moved around quite a bit. I was actually born in Mississippi, and then I moved to California, and now I'm here. Currently, I am a junior here at UNC, political science, and then common legal major with a minor in AAAD, just kind of a hodgepodge. But I love everything that I'm doing.
Yeah.
So,
How did you pick that major?
so I actually came in as a psych major, and then I changed to bio, and then I changed to political science and communication studies. I think I just really love like learning about systems and people, and those two majors really complement each other in that way. And yeah.
What are 3 words you would use to describe yourself?
I would definitely say ambitious, creative, and joyful. I think those are the 3 words that I really feel like describe me all the way. Yeah.
Tell us about why you chose UNC.
That's actually very interesting that you asked. Initially, I actually did not want to come to UNC like at all. This is like my last final resort. I was like, I do not want to go here. My school of choice was actually Spelman, but it was really expensive and it just wasn't reasonable. It's seeing as how I had brothers who had to go to college and everything like that as well. And so I came to UNC reluctantly, and my first semester here, it was just like a whirlwind. Like I just kind of figured out this is the place I was supposed to be. I met Obama. I went on a trip to Trinidad for free. Like it was just really a really great experience. I don't think I could have gotten that anywhere else. So yeah,
Why did you not initially like UNC?
I think it was because it was a state school and it was really big, and I felt like, especially because I really had this ideation of like going to HBCU, and so like coming to a predominantly white institution was like really difficult for me. It continues to be like a burden I carry, but I think finding like a good group of people of color to kind of ground yourself in is really helpful with that.
So tell us what you're involved with here on campus.
So I really cut back this semester. I just want to kind of focus on like my schoolwork and like building my relationships with my friends and my people around me. So currently I'm working at Student Life Leadership. It's located in Carolina Union, and what we kind of do is help student leaders on their path and help them with financing or registration or organizing events and things like that. So they're making the best of their time here at campus and really helping to further the mission of their student organizations. I'm also involved with Spark. It's also out of Student Life Leadership, but it's a cohort women's program for women of color at UNC, and I just kind of do like a little bit of outreach development for them, just trying to like make sure that students are involved, and also we're getting community members involved with the program as well. And the last thing that I do is working with the Bridge, obviously, and we are a online publication for Black and Latino women. Check us out at thebridges.com, a little plug. But yeah, I work with them. I'm the editor-in-chief of UNC, and my role is just kind of routine management and things like that, and making sure content's being published, publicity's working the way it should be, events are going on, getting our brand out there, and developing the program as a whole.
Okay. Can you tell us about how the Bridge was started?
Yeah, so the Bridge was started by 3 founders, Chandler, Eliza, and Persis. And Persis is actually a Robinson Scholar, so she went to UNC and Duke, but Chandler and Eliza both went to Duke, and they really wanted to create a space for Black and Latino women, so they started this up 3 years ago in January, and I don't know, ever since it's just kind of taken off from there, and it's gotten a lot of appeal. I think there was definitely a space for it on both campuses. Like there's a lot of great undergraduate publications, but none of them really hit on like the feminist aspect of it, and also like the intersectional feminist aspect of it, because there's a lot of Black and Latino women with a lot of stories to tell that kind of get drowned out by some of the other news that is going on.
And how did you find yourself in the age?
It was actually very happenstance. I feel like that's how most of the things in my life go.
Okay.
It's kind of like, okay, I'm here.
Yeah.
So there was like this flyer that was posted, and there was like free food at this little interest meeting. So I was like, I'm hungry. I guess I'll go. And
like
so
many things on campus.
yeah,
right?
it just kind of brought me in. But I came, I heard about what they were about, and I was, as a creative, I've always like strived to put my work out there, but I just didn't know like the right channels to do it. So I started Up with the Bridge. I started posting content. I actually joined the publicity team at the time, and then I became the head of publicity in my sophomore year, and now I'm the editor-in-chief. So
Right.
yeah.
Time for 5 fun questions. Question 1. What is your all-time favorite class you have taken here at UNC?
Boom, got it. Favorite class, I'm taking it right now actually. It's AAAD 388 with Professor Petal Samuel. She is amazing. This is her first semester at UNC. Previously, she taught at Vanderbilt. And it's about global Black feminism and then women's post-apocalyptic fiction. And so it's a mouthful, but
Yeah.
the class really hits on the intersections of Black womanhood and like what it's like to be in a catastrophe at all times. So the apocalyptic fiction part of it comes in. We actually read only Black women writers, and they're all in the genre of post-apocalyptic fiction. So all the books about how the world ends, and the protagonists in all those books are also Black women. And so we kind of get to see the ways in which Black women are the heroes of their own stories, and also these stories are centered in like horrible catastrophe, but they're actually holding on to like their bearings, because that's what it's like being a Black woman in regular life, like not even in the end of the world scenarios. Like what does it look like for Black women to just kind of be
In that sense.
yeah, because that's just kind of the operation of every day for us. And so it's a very interesting perspective.
That's interesting. It makes me think like, because a lot of people think that like Black women are super tough and like
Yeah.
they can survive it all. And like this is literally a book where it's about how they can peacefully survive it all.
But it's interesting because we also like get into the parts of like the tropes of like what it means to be a protagonist in like science fiction, and like you can never have like that moment when you doubt yourself, especially as a Black woman. Like you have to be on all the time, and this book really kind of breaks down and shows you how each character has their moments when they're like, I don't know if I can do this, and they give them like reasons why, and it really develops the characters as a whole. And I feel like it's very interesting because science fiction is historically like very politically motivated, and it has ties to like the real world.
Right.
And this really gives you a chance to have a more personal approach to those kind of genres.
What's your favorite time of day?
My favorite time of day would definitely have to be like, this is like the crackhead hours, right? like 5 a.m. to like 6 a.m. just because nobody else is awake.
AM?
Yeah. And nobody else is awake, especially like on Saturdays or Sundays, because I get to wake up and like just drink my tea and read, and it's like very peaceful and quiet, and there's nothing really going on. I just feel like I'm most productive during that time just because I feel like I get to just rest and do what I need to do and not have to worry about any other like messages because somebody else is awake or anybody interrupting me, anything like that. And yeah, I just like that time.
That makes me think like, what time do you go to bed then?
I go to bed at like, I try to be, my rule is like to be in bed by midnight, like, regardless of what I have going on, because for me it seems that like a lot of times, especially in college, like we're pulled all night or something like that, but like it doesn't need to be like your story. Like if you budget your time properly and you like really sit down and get your work done, there's no reason you can't be in bed by midnight. Like, I would not let UNC try to promote me. Like I won't.
Right.
I refuse.
Who is your style icon?
Would be weird if I said me. I'm just kidding. No. I just feel like I draw a lot of my style inspiration from like all around me, and so just like whatever I'm picking up at that time. So like right now I'm really like getting back into my groove, like Black women these singers, and so like Janelle Monáe is really influential to me. I really liked her like Black and White stage, what it stood for, and just I don't know, very classic, very clean, but also it kind of gave you that Afro futuristic vibe as well.
Right.
I really like that, and also like Auntie Tracy Ellis Ross, like that's my queen, you know
right?
Like untouchable.
If you could travel anywhere, where would you go?
That's really interesting. I actually have been looking into like a lot of solo travel, just because I feel like to be real, people are fickle, and so I can't wait on my friends or my family to be like, we're going on a trip, and things just don't work out, and I'm just kind of like, oh man, I wasted 6 months waiting on this trip, and it never happened. And so one of the places I would really like to go, it's like, do I want to be basic or do I want to like,
say where your heart wants to take you.
I really, I don't know.
Is it Europe or Asia? Or...
There's like value in all of those places. I'm like,
Oh.
each place gives you like a different experience.
Well, dang, if I gave you the Southwest gift card, what would you do? Would you be like, I don't know where I'm going, but
I'm gonna get the next flight. I don't know where it's going. It's gonna take me somewhere.
Oh, really?
I think one place I would really like to go is to Alaska to see like the Northern Lights. I think that's where that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that would be a really dope experience because it's like you see those pictures, but like it's different to experience these kind of things in real life.
Yeah.
And that's like the other thing. Like I was struggling with this. Like if I do like start solo travel like really intensely, like would I document all that stuff on film or would I just kind of experience it and like leave? You know? Because I feel like that's really interesting. Like that whole thing about us having to document everything.
Right.
Like,
or
like,
just be it to experience it for yourself and not feel the need. Because I feel like a lot of like society today is like, yeah, I'm doing this, but
it's not
if I'm
real.
doing it, I need to do it and put it on my Instagram.
Yeah, like or if it didn't happen, like if you run a marathon and post on Instagram,
then
it didn't happen.
Didn't happen at all. Totally feel that. Check my Instagram, definitely have. But I think I don't know. It's like interesting. I'm not mad at it, but at the same time, it's like, why does it have to be like that?
Yeah. I think it's just one of those things about like social, like society has changed around technology a little bit, and I think that's kind of one of the outcomes of that. Yeah.
How do you hope to impact the world?
I don't think of my impact on any terms or anything like that. Like as a global impact, I think it's more about the individual impact you have on people.
Okay.
I think that's like one of the biggest takeaways I have thus far in life. Just making my opinions known and making like thoughtful decisions about who I want to share this with, and like it's very easy for me to determine like people I can have an impact on. It's kind of based off like first impressions, which is really strange. But you never know how you're gonna impact somebody, so I just kind of keep that in the back of my mind. It's more of an individual basis than a global. But I hope that I make people feel welcome with their opinions, however strange they might be, safe. I just want people to feel like they can be themselves and be authentic. That's basically it. That's my impact.
I like that. Thank you for watching Who Is She? Like and subscribe, and our next video will be up in January. Bye.
Sorry.